This incident happened in early 2022 in a small rural town in Texas. There is a saying, bad company leads to destruction. The same thing happened in my life. I am a boy from a very simple family. My father is a carpenter. We are 3 siblings, 2 sisters and me. My father struggled a lot to support our education. I had just finished my high school exams. I was thinking that I would help my father a little. My college was far from our small town, so my father bought me an old bicycle so that I wouldn't have any problem traveling. My friend Liam and I used to go to college on that bicycle every day. One day Liam said to me, "Ethan, I will tell you something important." I said, "Tell me, what happened?" He said, "I really like Emma." I said, "Emma? Which Emma?" He showed me the girl. I understood and tried to explain him a lot, because Emma's family was not good and she had relationships before. I said, "Look, she already had boyfriends before. Stay away from these things." But Liam did not listen to me at all. Finally, I said, "Do whatever your heart wants." About 1 month passed like this. The real incident starts from here. It was the beginning of 2022. It was extremely cold. That day, after finishing classes and coaching, Liam and I were returning home. It was almost time for evening prayer at the church. The whole small town was covered with white fog. We were riding the bicycle and had almost reached near home. Suddenly, Liam said, "Ethan, stop the bicycle." I got down and said, "What happened?" We were standing at a place called a 3-road junction. 3 roads met there. Beside it was a huge farmland, and far away there was another rural area. Liam said, "Let's go that side." I was surprised but didn't say anything. Liam said, "Give me the bicycle, you sit behind." I quietly sat behind. Liam started riding fast toward the farmland. As we were going through the narrow dirt road, it felt like we were entering another world. Strange sounds, insects, freezing cold. Everything created a weird environment. I didn't understand where Liam was taking me. After riding for a long time, we reached that rural area. I said, "Why did you come here?" Liam said, "You will see." He stopped in front of a house. Liam said, "Get down. We will go inside that house." We kept the bicycle and entered inside. The scene inside made my body shiver. Fog everywhere, freezing cold, and a little moonlight falling. Everything looked terrifying. In the yard there was a huge oak tree, and there were 3 small and big rooms. At the base of the tree, different types of things were placed. Red, black, white threads tied around it. It looked like some kind of ritual was done there every day. As we entered, an old woman came out. She asked, "Why have you come?" Liam said, "Aunt, I need to talk with Uncle." I spoke to him on the phone. The old woman said, "All right, wait a little." After some time, she brought 2 glasses of water. She said, "Drink this water, and one thing. While drinking, don't say anything, and drink with your left hand." Hearing this felt strange to me. I thought, why shouldn't I say anything before drinking, and why with left hand? I ignored her words and drank the water normally, but Liam did not do that. After some time, she brought a bucket of water. She said, "Wash your feet with this water and enter the room with your left foot." I didn't care and entered normally. Inside the room, I was shocked. The whole room was covered with red cloth. An old man was sitting on the bed. I greeted him, but the way he replied, I had never heard anything like that in my life. It sounded very strange. After some time, the old woman told us to sit. We sat down. The old man was looking at something like a paper. Then he got down from the bed and went to one corner of the room. There was a clay pot wrapped in red cloth. From there, he took some water into a bottle. Then, while looking at that paper, he started chanting something like spells and blowing onto the water. After some time, he said to Liam, "Did you bring my payment?" Liam said, "Yes, I brought it." He took out some money and gave it to the old man. The old man took the money and handed the bottle of water to Liam. Liam became very happy, almost overwhelmed with joy. Then he said, "So will the work be done?" The old man said, "No, only 50% is done. Another 50% is left." Hearing this, Liam's face turned dark. The old man said again, "First complete the initial task, then come back after 1 week with 3 things. Liam asked, "What 3 things?" The old man said, "A piece of her used clothing, one or two strands of her hair, and a piece of food she has eaten. He added, "You must bring them within 1 week, otherwise the work will not be completed." Liam said, "No matter what, I will bring them within 1 week." Then the old man looked at me and said, "Your friend is very clever. Too much cleverness is not good." After that he told us to leave and said again, "Step out with your left foot." Liam followed everything, but I ignored it again. We got on the bicycle and started heading back home. I said, "Why does this man keep talking about left hand and left foot again and again? Such a strange person." Liam smiled a little and said, "Friend, have some patience. You have many questions in your mind. I will explain everything." I said, "All right, but that man asked for hair, clothes, and food. What will he do with those?" Liam hesitated and said, "These are just, I don't really know much." I didn't say anything more, but many questions were spinning in my mind. That day we went back to our homes separately. Days passed like this for about 6 to 7 days. That day was Saturday. After finishing classes and coaching, Liam and I were returning home. Suddenly Liam said, "Ethan, today we need to go there again." I said, "I'm not going," but Liam insisted so much that he wouldn't go without me. Finally, I agreed. We started again on the bicycle toward that rural area. There was farmland all around, with a narrow road in between. We kept moving forward. After a long time, we reached that house again. As we entered, I looked around carefully. Surprisingly, even in this modern time, there was no sign of modern life there. No electricity, no television, nothing. Another strange thing was this was the last house of that area. After that, only empty land and fields. I was thinking, how do these two old people even live here? I was feeling uneasy. Just then, someone placed a hand on my shoulder. I turned back. It was Liam. He said, "Friend, just bear a little more. Today is the last. You are my best friend." I couldn't refuse anymore. We entered the house. That day, we were taken to another room under the oak tree. As soon as we entered, the old woman said angrily, "Wait, why are you in such a hurry? First drink water." Liam signaled me to stay quiet. We drank water and entered the room. Inside the room, the smell of incense filled the air. Many candles were burning. On one side, the old man was sitting with his eyes closed. Sensing our presence, he said, "So, did you bring what I asked for?" Liam said, "Yes, I brought it." The old man said, "Give it to me." Liam handed over a red cloth bag. The old man took out 3 things: some hair, a piece of cloth, half-eaten chicken. After seeing everything, he said, "All right, I will start the work." Then he said, "No matter what happens, you must not leave this room." Then he asked Liam, "Did you use the water I gave you?" Liam said, "Yes, I did." Suddenly the old man shouted, "My master can do anything." He started saying strange words. I became very scared. Just then a strong storm started outside. Thunder, wind, everything became terrifying. I said, "Why is there a storm suddenly in this cold weather?" Liam said nothing. He was sitting quietly in fear. I tried to look outside, but I couldn't see anything clearly. Suddenly the door burst open with the wind. I saw the old man and woman were performing rituals, and dark shadow-like entities were moving around them. Seeing this, I ran toward Liam and said, "Where have you brought me?" Liam was too scared to say anything. After some time, the storm stopped. The old man came back and said, "So did you get scared?" And he started laughing strangely. The old man sat down and said to Liam, "Your work is done. Now you just have to follow the rules." He said, "First, you have to remove all your clothes and wear these 2 amulets, one on your left hand and one around your waist. Second, on the night you do the work, you must not wear any clothes." Liam said without hesitation, "I can do everything." I said, "Are you crazy?" Liam shouted at me, "Stay quiet." I never expected this behavior from him. We stood up to leave. The old man said again, "Leave with your left foot." He also said, "Before wearing the amulet, take 2 threads from the base of the oak tree. One red, one black." Liam said, "Okay." We went near the tree. My heart started beating fast. I saw a chicken and a bird were tied to the tree. It clearly looked like something related to dark ritual. I said, "What is all this? This is clearly black magic." Liam smiled and said, "No, Uncle is a very good man." I said, "It doesn't look like that." Just then, the old man shouted from inside. "Did you get the threads?" Liam said. "Yes." We took the threads and left. On the way back, I asked many questions. He only said, "There are many family problems, that's why I'm doing this." He didn't explain anything in detail. It was already late at night. We were getting calls from home. We went back to our homes. Days passed again. One day, while Liam and I were sitting in the college field, Emma came and stood in front of us. Liam liked Emma very much, but Emma sometimes talked to me too because she used to take notes from me. I thought maybe she came to take notes. But suddenly Emma said, "I need to talk to you. Come with me for a moment." Then she called Liam toward the other side. Liam looked at me and smiled slightly, then went with her. At that moment I understood something had already developed between them. There was clearly a relationship forming between Liam and Emma, and they were getting involved with each other. From that moment I felt this might be the last time I see Liam like before. The last words, the last time walking together. You might think Liam died. No, Liam did not die. But from that day, we never contacted each other. We never went to college together again. We never talked again. I never saw him again. After about 1 month, one day I was sitting in the college field. Suddenly a classmate came and said, "Ethan, did you hear something?" I said, "What?" He said, "Liam and Emma are now in a very serious relationship." I smiled lightly and said, "People's hearts go wherever they want." That day, after finishing everything, I was returning home. It was Saturday, January 15, 2022. When I reached the 3-road junction, I saw some people signaling me to stop. I stopped. Suddenly, that old man appeared in front of me. He said angrily, "Where is my money?" I said, "What money? I don't know anything." He said, "No one has ever escaped my money. You won't either." Then suddenly he grabbed my hair strongly. It felt like all my hair would come out. I pushed him away. Some of my hair actually got torn. I got scared and ran toward Liam's house, but I didn't find him there. At that moment I understood something terrible was about to happen in my life. After that, within a short time, I became very sick. I was admitted to the hospital. Even after 3 months, I was not recovering. Our financial condition became worse. My father worked small jobs and we almost became broke paying for treatment. Finally, I was brought home. But from there, the most terrifying time of my life began. I started behaving abnormally, hurting myself, trying to attack people, speaking strange things. My father took me to a mental hospital. Weeks passed, but there was no improvement. My father even sold land for my treatment. Still, nothing worked. Eventually, the doctor sent me home. I stopped eating. Gradually, I became almost paralyzed. Doctor said, severe weakness, critical condition. Many spiritual healers were tried, but nothing worked. We lost hope. Then one day, there was a religious gathering in our area. A well-known priest came. After many requests, he agreed to see me. As soon as he entered our house, he said, "There is something evil here." He came to my room, looked at me, and shouted, "This boy is still alive, it's a miracle." My father asked, "What happened to my son?" The priest said, "You cannot be treated here. Bring him to my chapel." I was taken there. Many priests together started spiritual healing. We were standing outside. Strange sounds were coming from inside. After about half an hour, he came out and said, "Ethan has been affected by powerful black magic. This is not a normal entity." He also said, "A major sacrifice was done. This is a very dangerous entity." Then he revealed the truth. Ethan and his friend Liam went to that healer to get a girl. They promised money, but didn't pay. The healer took revenge and did something terrible to Ethan. After going through so much pain, I am finally a little better now. But even today, I am not the same as before. I can no longer walk. And one more thing. After a few months, Liam and Emma got married. In the end, I just want to say one thing. Never get involved with the wrong people without truly knowing and understanding them. So, this is where we end today's story. If you enjoyed this kind of story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, The Zombie Zone. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. After listening to the story, let me know how you felt in the comments. I'd really love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for staying with me till the end. See you in the next story.